Hey guys, how are you? I hope you'll be doing good. So, I hope you would have enjoyed the videos that we have recently uploaded of the Canadian beauty, the wildlife here, and the lush green trails. So, please don't forget to watch, subscribe, like, and share our channel. So, here I am today with the latest topic that has been suggested by many of my friends, that what are the pros and cons of immigrating to Canada. Let's explore that. So first one of them, I'll be talking about the pros of immigrating to Canada, the greener and brighter side of Canadian immigration first, and then we'll be discussing the darker and the cons side of this immigration later in the video. So stay tuned guys. Let's talk about the pros first. At the first place, the standard of living in Canada is very, very high. You know, the Vancouver, Toronto, and Calgary, they have been the most livable, in the list of the most livable cities of the world. They rank in the top 5. Just imagine what type of life they are offering. And I'm proud of being in Toronto. And there's a well-developed public transport system. So in whatever area of Canada you are, there is always a well-connected, well-maintained transport system, and that's run by the government. Either it's Toronto, the Greater Toronto area, or some other province. So because I'm in Ontario, so I know more about the Toronto. That's why I'm talking about the Ontarian or the Greater Toronto area's transport system. Number 2, the medical system. The Canadian medical system is one of the best systems of the world, and the best part of it, it's stately funded. Yes, you are right. It's funded by the government, and all the permanent residents and the citizens of Canada, they have the right to avail all the services, the basic medical facilities at a $0.00 cost. How do you like it? It's amazing. Yes, and then the number 3 point is Canada is safe and secure. So the safety and security it offers, it is matchless. I have been to 3 continents and many countries, but the safety and security I have found here as a female, I cannot describe. Honestly, I have not seen it anywhere else in any other part of the world. Either it's midnight or it's daytime or it's any time of the day, you can move on quite freely. Nobody can even dare to stare on you on being the female. It's amazing. And Canada is a no-gun show country as well, unlike its neighboring country US, where most of the people, they love to carry guns and they show guns in the public as well. Canada is a no-gun show country, and it was ranked as the most peaceful country in 2007 by the journal The Economist, and it is ranked at number 2 in the personal freedom as well, the social tolerance as well. It's a multicultural, as everybody knows, but still these multicultures, they are tolerated when you move in society and you have your own personal freedom. So it is immigrant friendly country. Honestly, sometimes Canada has the synonym of immigrant country as well. So because it is quite friendly, so 20% of the 37 million population of Canada has a foreign origin. So I mean, the people, they just moved as immigrants and they settled here. So 20% of the population, almost 1/5 of the country's people, they come from the foreign lands. It is multicultural. Toronto is ranked as the most multicultural city of the world. Just see how amazing it is. Another part of moving to Canada as an immigrant is its highly renowned educational institutions. Yes, you are right. Canadian institutions and Canadian education system is one of the best institutions of the world and best systems of the world. I have come across some school boards and their curriculum, and that's super amazing. It's not based on cramming or rotting and reproducing the same stuff. It's based on analytical and logical skills, and it's amazing. So it has world's top universities: University of Toronto, McGill University, University of British Columbia, and many more. They are in the top 20 universities of the world. So, yet not to miss another benefit for the parents that Canadian immigration offers is childcare benefits. Yes, you are right. The government of Canada pays you to raise your own child, and they keep on paying you until the child turns the age of 19. And the education, if the child seeks education in government institutions like public schools, so their education is totally free till grade 12, their transport is totally free, and much more, honestly. And the employment opportunities in Canada, though there is a common myth that the Canadian job market is highly saturated, but this is not true in its complete sense. Yes, some parts of the Canadian job market, like Toronto or the Greater Toronto area, they are highly saturated, and you need to, you need to be really very competent and extraordinary to nail that market. But nevertheless, on the whole, the Canadian job opportunities are much more if you move to some other areas like Calgary, Alberta, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, or the Yellowknife, the coldest part of Canada. And not to miss the employment insurance benefits, the minimum wage benefits, and the Canadian job market is protected by LMIA, that is Labour Market Impact Assessment. And the last part of the greener side of Canadian immigration is you have plenty of natural beauty here. Yes, it's rivers, it's like scenic beauties, it's landscapes. They are awesome. They are breathtaking, like Niagara Falls, Prince Edward Island, Quebec's Laurentian Mountains, Jasper, lush green trails, and the wildlife beauty. They are amazing, super amazing. The summers in Canada and the fall in Canada, they are simply breathtaking. You enjoy a lot of natural beauty, natural scenery, and much more. So guys, let's talk about the cons of immigrating to Canada. What is the dark side of this immigration? So first of all, immigration in itself is a very expensive stuff. You have to do a lot of paperwork, you pay a lot of fees, you switch your housing, you sacrifice at least some months or some years of your life in this process. But believe you me, honestly, this is worth the move, and you reap the benefits a lot. Secondly, this Canadian immigration carries a lot of emotional toll as well. You leave your well-built social circle, you leave your parents, your friends, your family, your relatives to come here. And but if you have your family here already, so you're going to reunite with them, and that's a good thing. That's not a con, then that's a pros. And the taxes here in Canada, they are really very high, unlike US. So keep in mind that you need to pay taxes more than maybe that you have paid in your back home country. And it's difficult to get a job once you land as a permanent resident, or maybe some international students as well, because they're allowed to work for some hours. So it's difficult to nail the Canadian job market in the beginning, but with persistence, with knowledge, with expertise, finally you nail it. And the last thing is, there are some limitations until you become citizens. So carrying a permanent resident status, you are not allowed to do everything that Canadian citizens do, but still most of the things you are allowed to do with this status. And then it's harder to find your own culture here on this Canadian land. Yeah, I'm right. You'll miss your culture. You may find some miniatures of your culture in some specific cities, like in Brampton, that is full of Punjabis and Indians, and in Mississauga, it's full of Arab culture and Muslims and some Pakistani people. So you may find some glimpses of their cultures, but on the whole, it's difficult to find your own culture here. So let me know in your comments, how did you find this video? Was it helpful for you? And will you consider, before taking a decision to move to Canada permanently, will you take into consideration these points that I've told you, the greener and the brighter side of the immigration and the darker side of this immigration? So stay tuned, guys. Whatever questions you have, just let me know in your comments, and I'll inform you with my first-hand experience, knowledge and expertise that we have got here in the last 1.5 years. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends and family.